Previously on Genshin Impact.
She wants more, she a fan. If I lose $20 and just don't.
I sometimes have my clothes custom made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think you need your clothes refitted, Cloran. And sometimes the water just tastes like fucking crack. Can you guess which one is my favorite?
That is indeed something she'd do.
But why would she fucking kill herself? What the fuck?
Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
Good. Good. Very good. Yes. Yes, Bortrin, yes.
Shh, look. Is it that Nervulette? I think he's looking at us.
Look at this motherfucker standing all sexy and shit. Look at this sexy ass motherfucker. Look at that. But just wanna lick. The fuck is this? Why are there bells ringing? They're gonna have a fucking execution? What the fuck is this? Wet floor, rusty everything, brick-layered cement and everything. Truly the best hospital in Teyvat, and the only fucking hospital in Teyvat so far. Shit! Back to the episode.
You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
I've already attended to one of them.
Please,
What's
have a
the
seat.
other one?
If you'd like to have something to drink,
Again?
let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Fix your fucking typewriter.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
God damn it. Fix your clock too.
All right. That should
wrong?
wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to see
Yes.
you right away.
But we had to attend to other things with you before we. Yeah.
A massive whale.
Child's all
Do
fucking
you
weird.
have any idea what that might
Yes. Besides the
Judging
average
from your
Genshin
description,
Impact player.
that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape
Yes.
cannot usually be found in the waters of Teyvat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
be? Immersed
I
in
wonder how that shit
primordial
must feel.
seawater? But how? And is he okay?
He ain't from Fontaine, so he ain't gonna.
Most people wouldn't be capable
slush
of
up.
entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes?
There's something we'd like
What
to
is it?
ask you about.
Oh, right.
What was that
I
tremor?
felt it too. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose?
Poisson.
Oh no! What about all the people there?
Rougher than what they're usually are. Oh yeah, the fucking bridges are shit stained. Oh god. Oh wait, what? No. We were just
Navia
talking to
should be
Navia.
around here,
No,
right?
no.
We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her. Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
Yo, Navia, you good? Yeah, it's
You're
a sad
here.
situation.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as
Fucking child. Fucking shit. What? Child's like, hey, yo, bro, I'm the primordial CEO. Let's link up, bro. What you doing, bro? I know it ruined the fucking mood, but still. Last time was fucking Farina, now it's fucking Child. whatever. Back into the mood. Sad. People have dissolved. They're dead. gangrene legs. Shit's sad.
Yes.
Where's Melusa and Silver? Where my boys
As you
at?
can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
You're alive. That's good to hear. You good?
Demoiselle!
A whole village just wiped out. Shit, man.
Oh, awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Archon quest starts. Well, let's start it off with a bang.
It
Whole
was quite
village
frightening indeed.
dead.
I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Well, we're
Is
gonna
there
snap
any way
back
we
to
can help
reality.
Navia?
Thank you for
we're
being
here to
so
help.
willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we? Yes, where are the two? Where are our two boys?
Don't say that,
Where are
Navia.
our boys in black?
That's what friends are for.
Where's Melusa and Silver? Oh, fucking Christ, man. Fucking Christ.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
Sure,
Thank you.
I got you. I got you. I got you, Navia. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, the quest is currently occupied because Liddy and Lynette are busy doing an investigation. Now's not the time, guys. Alright, Balthasar.
Excuse me,
what do you
good
got?
sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this
Yeah,
about?
you look good.
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, "Oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy," or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello
Damn.
there. Sorry
Rut.
for disturbing you, but I can't help.
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you? And what do you want with me?
Okay, I take it back. Archon quest still works. Okay, good. Yeah, there ain't a lot of
Given
people
the
here.
time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton
Poisson.
of people here visiting graves.
Right,
Yeah.
that's how things are now. The living
Obvious,
are
I'm
so
so
exhausted
sad.
that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself. Just let it out. Let it out. You've had a tough time. Let it out. Let it out.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry, I just... Melusa
You're
and
going
Silver,
for it.
they won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
I'm sorry for your loss, man. I'm sorry, man.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time, and they were caught in the seawater.
Yo, props to the VA, cause this shit making me tear up, bro.
What should we do?
We can't do shit, Paimon. They're
I've known them
dissolved.
for so long, and I know they weren't afraid. But
They went out like real ones, but still, man.
I could at least
sorry.
hold a funeral for my father. and I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
You silver, you fucked up glasses.
It's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
Damn.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
You've lost
I'd always
people,
thought I could
Paimon?
make my wishes come true. But
Tepe does not count.
now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them.
I mean, you gave them paychecks,
so
didn't you?
sorry.
No one's sacrifice is truly necessary. Okay.
Right.
True that, but
Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
okay, you're being all inspiring, Paimon.
Really?
Seems you've
Yeah.
become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Oh, well, hello there. Hello there. It's been a while. How you been? I like your hair. It was fucking depressing, and then Arleshina pops up and like, oh, ay. ¿Cómo estás?
The knave? What are you doing here?
Hello there.
Is everything going well on your side? Yes. My people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Rarely do I ever see something of pure kindness. The other time the Fatui generously helped somebody was like when Chi-Chi wanted cocoa milk. And so I was like, fine, I'll give you like a I'll build a whole network of supply. I'll build you a fucking supply chain just for Chi-Chi to get some cocoa goat milk. And she's like, yes.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing.
You're
That
always in the
said,
fucking area.
I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I
Sharper than those eyes.
apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with.
Alright, Nicole's gonna be like... Nicole's
Of
gonna be like
course.
Lamau
That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Terre. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
If you were gonna say the board, I was actually gonna fucking throw myself off this ledge into that fucking lake, hoping it was primordial seawater, and, you know, taking my chances to see if I'm Fontaine or not, because that's where Lady's story quest continues.
By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
So the time for a jolly cooperation has come, just like in Blue. A jolly cooperation.
Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious.
It was found by
My
a
people
fucking
initially
child.
came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
You know, you can't doubt me for being a little suspicious of this.
That's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents.
And
Linny
nothing to
told
do
me
with
that
Caesar.
outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is
And
why
that
I want to
sucks.
give you this task.
Are you sure this will be okay? Can you trust
The
an
House of the
outsider
Hearth's
like me?
members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh!
Sure, I guess.
That somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
And the music sounds so... Stop!
Here isn't safe.
What the fuck? No! Aloy, no! Aloy! No! Yeah, you should probably, you know, head back, Navi, you know, and you should probably, like, head back, you know, go probably, like,
Right! You
on the
can't
upper
go
mountain
down
or
if there's
something.
primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous, I'd say.
Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
You are far from useless, Navia, but
No,
we don't. I
you're
do not
right.
want you to die.
I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Yeah, we can't really head back, considering we kind of glided down here.
That complicates things.
Kind of.
Maybe the
We
only
kinda
way
dug
left
ourselves into a
is
ditch here.
forward.
You're a Geo character. You use a Geo construct,
In
right?
that
Unless you
case,
play
do you want to wait for
different.
us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Yep, you had an umbrella, right? So, keep that umbrella open. You never know. Probably if some PSW would drip
right.
on your face.
Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Got something for you.
Alright, I'm just gonna
No,
chuck
it's a
this
dead
shit.
end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
I wonder if an actual like Fontaine character actually fucking chokes and dies here. Alright, gonna open the door. Man, is this game beautiful sometimes. Oh dear.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge. Run, Book!
It's ruined. What do you think? Oh no. No. Do not die, Navia. Navia, do not fall. Just run. You got a fucking umbrella. Mary Poppins that shit.
Navia!
No. No. You do not tell me she fucking dissolved.
Demoiselle.
No.
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Please tell me she's unconscious, please.
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Silver, you look whiter.
Oh, was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it.
Nadia, are you dead or are you just
Why are there
unconscious?
so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
This is ominous. Just
We must mind the
just a
time,
fucking
Demoiselle.
background noise.
We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial?
What?
Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
What?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
Is she dead? Is this like a trial of life and death? What the fuck's
There are a
happening?
lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina.
Avi, are you dead?
Desiree.
They're all dead.
Jolien. Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case?
As all
Hello,
here
Joinville.
know, you are Master Callus's successor. the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is
And
why
accused
you
of being a
stand
good person?
accused.
What?
Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here.
What?
You will be together with us forever.
Huh?
The fuck?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Moose?
Oh shit.
What was
Oh
that,
shit, they
Mr.
awakened.
Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty.
Stay here, Navia. You're one of us.
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Swanfield, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness.
She's being dissolved
Everything
right now.
is
Oh,
measured
shit.
here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is
Oh,
flawed,
dear.
then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Damn, Navi, your boy's standing up for you.
It hurts.
Having a Mikasa moment.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me.
That's probably Paimon.
Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I know
Don't be
it's
afraid.
tough, Navia.
And don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand
shit, the
against
water's
the collective?
glitching.
Do not
The water's
resist.
glitching.
This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that
ocean
happened,
within.
she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
Also,
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she... Silence.
Oh shit. Oh fuck me. Hello, Nervalet.
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Is that a photo waypoint?
Loose. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Damn.
No, wait! Just a second!
You were tripping balls.
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
So the
Perhaps
dissolved you
those 2
become Oceanids.
Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
And them boys raw.
Please come with me.
They bother for that.
Neuvillette,
Now you're
are
going
you
for
okay?
Now you can step past the edge, please.
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to
Such
call
an
us over
awkward
like this
little
and then have
dragon.
nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
See the demon shall
she's
send her
weird.
regards.
I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I don't have the stamina for this.
I'm sorry.
No.
Stone.
Oh, there.
It seems like
There's the
they were
crime
put here as an
arena.
offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
Yeah, let's not desecrate an archaeological
There are
site.
4
Right?
locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past. Say what?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
What's the
There's
second
a
slate
person
say, dear
ruling
Niblette?
here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole
Is that
bunch of
Celestia?
other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
And
Is that Celestia?
is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And
Ooh.
is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
They do seem to match. Alright.
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Alright, so they pray to Celestia, then all of a sudden a Focalor pops up. I mean, Focalor is like the guy who's cast down and try to find their way back to heaven.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Yeah, you're the Eudex, the Chief Justice.
Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
And what else could it mean?
Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
I mean, it's sequential. What do you mean, Paimon? The issue is the orders of the third and fourth images.
If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
So real quick, what sins are the people in the images
If we
confessing
go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have
What
to
you
come
got?
from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
So, confessing to the sins, Celestia looks pretty fucking bum. Look at the fucking bum-ass Celestia. Gary praying, confessing sins. All of a sudden, a Focalor pops up, and a Focalor ends up crying. Yep, sounds about right.
We're finally back.
Back
Welcome
to the back in Birmingham.
We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too. No, the boss is the best.
You did as great as well, Paimon.
Ooh, desserts. Nice. These are all Paimon's.
Alright,
Paimon's already
enjoy.
starting to forget what happened today.
Oh, what are you doing here? Fontaine is just a place where people from different nations just gather. What the fuck are you doing here?
Is that who I think it is?
The fuck are you doing in Birmingham, Mona?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing in Fontaine? Did this someone's not tell you that we might not be here?
Nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadter surname?
I mean, you moved to Mondstadt. I really take it that you were a Mondstadt.
Let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name.
Yeah, because you got a stupid name.
She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It's just a funny little name for a little goofball.
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow!
Mona the Great.
Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I don't know. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take
Oh, that shit's hilarious. Yeah, that's gotta be funny to add that to your genealogy. Mona's just like, Mona just seems so fucking dead inside sometimes.
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
So mega great.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great Scholar of the Stars. Just take it
She's
as a
3
title
times greater than
specific
you.
to astrologists.
3 times greater than you.
That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
How about the triple strength traveler or triple appetite paimon?
Terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents
okay.
migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know
You're
you won't
dormant,
be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
I mean, it dissolves people.
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary?
Interesting.
Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Like Alice, but I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Would you help me get in touch with your master?
Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
Hello, Kiara. She sleep.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time.
You don't know that
in
she
my
died?
dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy.
Oh, that's good.
It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you.
Conclusion. After subject described all 628 objects, from category A to category C, and multiple comparisons from brainwave machines and mapping, we have managed to come to the conclusion that the Melazine's perception might be linked to their amygdalas. With this information in hand, we can successfully conclude Phase 1 of Project Damp, as we have managed to ascertain how the Melazines are capable of perceiving the world the way that they do. Phase 2 of Project Damp is the acquisition of the Melazine's special eyesight via transplantation. Phase 2 shall begin in a few weeks, as the requisite medical personnel are required, as well as the proper tools during the procedure. I shall not take part of this experiment, as my lady shall require me for a special expedition into the ruins for more parts required for the project. Final notes. Before ending the interview with the subject, I asked permission from the doctor to ask a few questions myself. The doctor waved me off and allowed me to ask a few questions myself as he began to go over the results in another room. The following are the questions that I asked. Unfortunately, the interview that I had with the subject is no longer available due to the fact that it had been destroyed, because shortly after I finished my interview with the subject, my lady the marionette arrived to retrieve me, and one of her creations suffered a severe malfunction, which caused my lady to go into a severe temper tantrum, leaving the laboratory in disarray. And along the multitudes of damaged equipment, my camera was destroyed, alongside the film of camera that I had, which had been, for lack of a better term, been completely eviscerated. Fortunately, the only film that was destroyed during the tantrum that my lady had was of the interview that I had with the subject, which only contained 3 questions. On contrary, the film that survived contained Category A from Category C, each category having approximately 628 objects. Now, unfortunately, although the film survived, the audio banks of each recording did not survive because the audio banks were in the camera. My camera that was destroyed during my lady's little tantrum. For the first question, I showed Melusine a picture of condensed crystal. The difference between the condensed crystal shown in this question and the condensed crystal shown in Object 326C is that the picture has traces of archeum ingrained within the condensed crystal. I wanted to ascertain whether the Melusine can detect whether an object has other properties within it, even in photographic form. Subject answered, a stained light. For the second question, I showed the Melusine a picture of a man. The man appeared to be distraught, broken, and in pain. I wanted to ascertain whether the Melusine could interpret whether a person is good or bad, as the person in the picture was a known serial killer. The Melusine answered, For the final question, I asked the Melusine, what do I look like? The Melusine answered, a liar. And that does it. Finally, that's it. Oh, I'm gonna get some good food after this. And that's where they're gonna believe. All those 3 questions I said, they're not gonna doubt what I said. That little tirade I made, they're gonna believe that everything I said was genuine down to the letter, as I was so tired and exhausted. They're never gonna think for a second that I lied about those last 3 questions. Or those last 3 answers. Man, am I lucky. If my lady hadn't caused that little temper tantrum of hers, I wouldn't have had a chance to destroy that film camera. Of course, the audio banks were an unintended consequence of her little tantrum. But if I hadn't and the doctor had heard those recordings, I think I'd be in far more dire straits. Condensed crystal. Broken man. A liar. I guess there's no harm in telling you all what I actually asked the Melusine and what she answered me. I'm no longer what I used to be, and frankly, I don't fear as much as I used to. See, I didn't actually show the Melusine condensed crystal. I actually showed her this. To see. Don't ask how I took a picture of this or how I even got there. It was quite a sight to behold. All of them praying, kneeling, down to this entity. And the answer of the Melusine was something that almost brought a tear to my eye. It was an angel. As for the second picture, the Melusine answered, a demon. This was a picture I took of the God King himself, the one who resides at the top of this world, Celestia. For the Melusine to call the God King himself a demon. It interested me so much. And for the last question, I asked the Melusine, what do I look like? And while I may be a liar, the Melusine actually said, I can't see you. Off you go, little Kiara. Skip away. Alright, that does it. I love it, yeah. Oh, well, well, well. Look who's here.
You're here! Finally!
Is something wrong?
Okay.
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Sedan is panicking.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean... they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again.
Oh, really?
Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Jeez, Farina's really keeping her cards close to her fucking chest. That or she
Forgive
really
me for
doesn't
saying
know.
this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
Oh, come on now,
Well,
Farina.
since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again.
Damn, Farina, that she put her
opera's
foot
about
down.
to start. Toodles!
Like I said, bitches who say toodaloo or toodles are crazy, and Farina, you have she put her foot down. She's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
Yeah, she pulled out every fucking card. Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Pull this card, pull that card, pull it all out. I gotta do everything I can to get the fuck out of here. I gotta pull the fucking insanity card.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed. seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not be suffice. We need to make her understand
Everyone
how
in her
dire the
inner circle
situation
has
actually
noticed that
is.
she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will
Like
only reveal
a
the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
What are we gonna charge the Hydro
Farina's
Archon
seen
for?
so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Arashina, what grounds
If at
can
all
we charge
possible,
her
I would
on?
prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her,
That
but
we
all
shall.
Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this. But
Then
who
we'll need
will
help.
lend us their aid to do such a thing?
I know who to call. Beep, boop, boop, beep. Got her on speed dial. Arashina. On a boat.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people.
Oh, we got these
That
little
naturally
scummies.
makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me?
Oh,
No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that time will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
You got
That was a
Arashina's
little
babies
long-winded,
here.
don't you think?
She appears in the most fucking unexpected times. What the fuck? Chlorine's a
Oh.
little like fucking appears whenever.
You might be right. Anyway.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening. Paimon didn't think that
made me
meetings
hungry.
would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened.
Yeah.
Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
I mean, that's just average feminine, but do you feel confident after that meeting?
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't
course.
have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to put
After all, you're the
charges
most
on
reliable
the
person
Hydro
in the world,
Archon.
aren't you? Huh? Did you just pour
On
some
the matter.
tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
I did not. Oh, wait, is that a Hexen circle?
Don't be frightened.
That's a Hexen
I'm
circle,
just
though.
joining you two for
I'm
tea.
mute.
I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Ah, have you forgotten me already?
Are you the voice from
You
Inversion
are
of Genesis?
familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you? And what do you want with
Consider me a
us?
passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Oh dear. Ah, so Barbeloff was too busy. Like, I got other shit to do. Yo, bro, yeah, help me with the yeah, help me with that. Let me
The
ask you,
prophecy.
will Fontaine's prophecy
Yes,
come true?
what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What?
Huh.
Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
Can there really be no
So
exceptions?
you've caught on. Just as prophecies are
Mage
usually
and-
only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Well, that's life. Oh,
I believe that you
well, there she
understand,
goes.
right?
Oh,
Some
there
things
she is.
are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's
Have a good
gone.
one. Is this the clue you're leaving for us? To play our part. All the world's a stage.
What? I want to hear someone talking. All right, coming. Hey, it's you who's getting lazy,
Get more
okay?
diligent, Pie.
Well, I see I've walked in on some
Hey.
lively banter.
Mona!
Fine, just fine.
I've been.
I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist.
Yep, that's sure. Yeah,
I'm in full support of her
Charlotte,
view.
yep.
Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right!
You'd be
I'm glad to hear
surprised.
something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Huh?
Actually, someone already came over. By your
Goodness
mysterious
gracious.
guest.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe she can pass a message to
Has
us.
blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her.
I'm lost all the
and
time.
if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Oh, so about like 1,000.
The
Okay,
Hexen
longer
Circle
than
sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
They have like
Their
a
abilities
group
alone
fitness
are pretty
program.
terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could
Yeah, the
understand anything
prophecy.
she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
Just gotta go with the flow. Get it? Because
Traveler, Paimon, are you two alright?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
Yeah, well... Yeah.
I see.
The end is coming,
I feel
boys.
that same sense of desperation, too.
Yeah, but you can
I guess
fucking
you
do the
could
whole
consider
fucking
me
water
someone
running
who
thing.
has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
Yeah, I remember the Golden Archipelago. That should make me do a whole
Perhaps that's what
philosophical
Em's trying to tell you.
introspection.
Not to lose heart.
That's how your
and to
domain
believe
being
that
fucking
what you
hard
are
as
seeing
shit.
Playing out before you is not yet set in stone.
I had to fucking invert my fucking
I did
brain
originally
to
think
solve
of
some
steering
those fucking
clear of all
puzzles.
this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it,
It
Mona.
was worth trying to comfort
And thank you.
even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Alright.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said.
It's the other way, Mona.
Also kind of sad, too. Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly
How
feels
so?
like going outside for a walk. Let's go. Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on? Let Paimon see!
Maybe we're famous.
The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blonde adventurer with their white fairy legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
She's creepy at times.
Ugh, seriously?
That sure seems to be the case.
Fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Yeah, that must have been some nice-ass photos.
Lynette's not joining us?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any... Still, I don't... Today we'll be looking
Should we
into a
do?
guy named Lorenzo. When Caesar passed
Lorenzo.
away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned before long.
Damn, Lorenzo.
was the next big magician in town. I had to pull
Wow,
a lot
Lorenzo.
of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to...
Strings? Sandrone? All these quests, they just...
You
get
okay
it,
there?
Mondo?
Who are you? Oh,
I don't know,
you
who are
guys.
you?
I say way too much back there, didn't?
So, he was serious
Yeah.
about threatening to cut you off?
Fucking
I knew he was a bad egg!
I swear I don't make this shit up. But it was like, hey, I forgot something. Can you help me out real quick?
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of...
Don't even ask. And take it from me, trouble with... That's not a good...
Alright, told you some shit. Lorenzo.
And there he goes.
What do we do?
I think... Don't say anything and don't look back.
Alright, well I got stuff to attend to. No, don't give me no... There we go. Ah.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, quick! Look!
That's what?
That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake!
Oh shit.
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. Paimon's sure it'll be great.
Sure.
One slice of cake, please.
Oh shit, the Melusine is coming.
After all.
That Melusine fucking stealthed that shit.
Wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you
sit
here to buy
down.
cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
You a cake and coffee?
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
Oh damn. Wait. I feel like I know that voice actor. I feel like I recognize
It's
the
part
voice.
of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Wait a fuck. Is that Celestia Ludenberg of that? Wait a minute. Wait, I gotta check this. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Is that Lindsay Sadel? Is that Lindsay Sadel? I swear. Like, compare the voices and you can't deny how uncannily similar they are. Whatever. I'll check it in post-editing.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
But why would it
That's
close?
pretty depressing. God damn it, now I can't unsee it. Fuck, I can't unsee it.
Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe the waters will rise tomorrow. You know, like in the prophecy.
Jesus fucking Christ, Paimon. Did you ingest like a fucking... Did you ingest a depression pill or some shit? What the
Oh,
fuck?
the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Exactly.
Huh.
So, cut the
Don't
depression
be
shit,
sad.
Paimon.
Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices
Damn.
are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Exactly, Paimon, you're being sad.
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that
Awesome.
humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here.
You know what?
I've got something else to
You're
do,
right.
so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
I can't unsee it now.
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. I'm unsure this cake will be delicious. It's more delicious than last time. And the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
Alright, Paimon, okay, you're...
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Fuck yeah, Charlotte. You're a fucking creep.
You got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Come and negotiate a
Oh,
profit
you
split.
needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're a creep, but a creep who knows how to
You're
do
almost
things.
a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon
Yeah.
knows you're not like that.
Alright, fuck off.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine
Oh, God
were to
damn
be
it, Paimon!
dead tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist
very
first and
logical.
foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's
It
best
does.
to do what you enjoy.
Is everybody gonna fucking
about
die
it.
or something?
If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
Alright, goodbye.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
Yeah, I don't know. When you took the depression pill all of a sudden, what the fuck is that bell sound?
Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
I don't think I want to look at the sea. Like I think that's just gonna make you even sadder.
Breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's
Told
been
you.
thinking. If it wasn't
Yes.
Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
Paimon, you're getting a little too existential for me, Paimon. Are you
Paimon
okay?
should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do?
Find my sister? I don't know. So I'm
We've
trying
always
to
been
consider what's
moving
at
to
this
the
point.
next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Till that moment comes, I
You
think I'll
mean
keep journeying on.
Still traveling? Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. Yeah. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you, conducts an interview, and speeded with Lusander. I finish your business in Poisson. Even drops by to take a photo with the two of you.
Yes,
All right, let's hear it.
inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
What?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly
Oh,
accusing
dear.
her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in.
Oh dear, that must have been
The
quite
crowd
the
continued to grow,
quite the
and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree.
She is their god.
People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
Imagine she just fucking left the nation, like, alright, I'm done with this nation. Too much shit,
right.
I'm out.
The Marechaussee has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god, after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her? Good.
I understand the situation.
Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Alright, have a good one, Isadora.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
Poisson. I guess this is part of the plan. This whole Sumeru Academia Archon quest thing. The plan will only be unveiled as we progress
she
through
won't
it.
try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
And then we're just gonna apply more heat wherever she goes.
She may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
I see you becoming a
There's not a
detective.
moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
Well done, Lady Esther. It appears that the finale that you've been so desperately clamoring for is soon to come to fruition. I think it's time we head to the Opera Epiclese. You will see how a nation's people will try their own god, once the pressure of annihilation is soon to come. And whether you choose to interject or not, I will see my plan through. This nation will be saved, and I know many people are trying to do their best to save it. I already tipped off the Diver Boy on the last location of that slate. I hope it's still there after my boat capsized that day. But no matter. Yosefka, you're Brian. Get the disruptors, and remember on my cue, you let him out. Remember to wear your glasses. You don't want the guards recognizing you. Gotcha. Alright, let's move out.
Well, look who's there. How you feeling, huh?
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Stay quiet.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit.
Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry, but what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina. It's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I
Hello.
almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains?
I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
Oh, that's good
Who
to
did
hear.
that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them too.
Farina's just cackling. But she go through it. So, can you please, like, drop the facade? Just whisper.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Shit. Alright, mother boys. Isadora? No, it's not Isadora.
Those people seem to be after you.
Yeah, they seem to be chasing.
They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's
no, I
against the
don't think so.
rules. I can't let them get their way.
Do not assault them. And she runs.
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
Yeah, boys, run. Catch her. This is truly a high-octane speed chase. Oh, come the fuck on.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Alright, the trap is being made. This is a fucking prison cell. What the fuck did we do to her?
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place is not what I'd exactly call soundproof.
You're right. Yep, that's a good girl.
Great.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Another disaster just struck, I suspect.
A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
And plus, we have our Arlecchino.
I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
I reach her limit. Now she's talking about her actual feelings. She's starting to look far less stiff. Amongst yourselves, Luna
It's
slowly
true.
calms down.
I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I
guess
once
she's
had
giving it.
informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
That would also mean that all hope would disappear.
I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry.
Oh, that's the spirit.
I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well,
What you got for me?
that's enough for now. I got the
alright,
impulse
back
to
to-
play
back to
the
the,
stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
The way the music just fucking cut off,
Don't
like,
take
really?
any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Do you have like a mental disorder?
Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
It's like fucking Nagito. Farina, you might not have to show this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from anyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you call a witness. Yep, Zhongli said so too. I got Morax. I got an affidavit from Morax saying I'm a witness.
Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if
suppose so.
Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
So please, will you just spit it out? Oh shit. Alright, spit it out. Spit it out. Come on, let it out, let it out. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Farina. 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 Oh, goddamn it. Good shit. Oh. Oh, you got duped. You got duped. Oh, we played the fuck out of her.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
There she is, boys. Well then, let's sit back and relax. When the show reaches its climax, that's when we're gonna head in and open that rift. Remember everyone, on my cue.